Question number 1. Who was the original First Lady of the U.S., setting the example for all future First Ladies? Is it Martha Washington, Abigail Adams, or is it Dolly Madison? Although it wasn't an official government position, Martha Washington became the First Lady in 1789 and set the standard by hosting events, welcoming leaders, and shaping the role for those who followed. Question number 2. Which advantage helped the Confederacy resist the Union despite being outnumbered? Is it because they had greater farmland, it was defensive fighting on familiar territory, or they had more wealthy patrons? Even with fewer soldiers and supplies, the South had an edge. Its troops fought on their own land, with local support and knowledge of the terrain. Question number 3. Which U.S. president was the shortest? Is it Harrison, Jefferson, or is it Madison? James Madison, the 4th U.S. president and father of the Constitution, stood just 5 feet 4 inches tall and weighed about 100 pounds, making him the shortest president in history. Question number 4. Which Civil War leader was called the Boy General after rising to fame at just 23 years old? Is it George Custer, Ulysses Grant, or is it Robert Lee? At just 23, Custer became a Union general, earning the nickname the Boy General for his fearless cavalry charges and bold leadership in the Civil War. Question number 5. When the British burned the White House in 1814, what did First Lady Dolly Madison save? Is it major founding documents, Washington's portrait, or is it Free the President's Dog? First Lady Dolly Madison quickly saved George Washington's portrait from the British, knowing the portrait was a powerful symbol of the young nation's leadership and unity. Question number 6. Which famous TV car was named after a Confederate general, connecting pop culture to history? Is it Kit from Knight Rider, General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, or is it Herbie the Love Bug? The Duke car from the Dukes of Hazzard, set in rural Georgia, was named after Confederate General Robert E. Lee, linking a TV show to history. Question number 7. Why was Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, warning revolutionaries of the British, so critical in 1775? Is it helped patriots prepare for battle, convinced France to join the war, or is it helped recruit new soldiers? His urgent midnight ride warned that British troops were coming, helping local militias prepare for the first battles of the American Revolution the next day. Question number 8. Thomas Jefferson brought back waffles and ice cream from France, but which food became the favorite? Is it donuts, macaroni and cheese, or is it peanut butter? Jefferson first tasted it in Europe, served it at a state dinner in 1802, and even had special pasta-making equipment imported. That helped turn mac and cheese into a beloved American comfort food. Question number 9. The U.S. Capitol honors famous Americans, even non-politicians. Why is there a statue of Johnny Cash? Is it because he's a civil rights activist, wrote the anthem, or because he was a legendary musician? Johnny Cash's statue, unveiled in 2024, was chosen by Arkansas to honor his resilience, faith, and musical influence, making him the first musician to embody the spirit of America. Question number 10. George Washington didn't wear a wig and powdered his own hair. What color was it before it turned gray? Is it sandy blonde, reddish brown, or is it jet black? George Washington's hair was naturally reddish brown, a shade he inherited from his family. As a young man, his striking red hair stood out, but he powdered it white to follow 18th century fashion. Question number 11. Why were 20 enslaved Africans first brought to Jamestown in 1619, starting a system that grew to 4 million people by the Civil War? Is it to farm tobacco, to clear land, or is it to farm cotton? The first 20 enslaved Africans arrived to work on labor-intensive tobacco plantations. They became the first enslaved people in English North America, starting a brutal injustice that grew over 200 years. Question number 12. Benedict Arnold, an American Revolutionary War general, became hated in history for what? Is it because he lost a major battle, switched sides to Britain, or led the Boston Tea Party? Benedict Arnold is remembered as a traitor because he switched sides during the Revolutionary War, trying to give the American fort at West Point to the British. Once a respected general, his betrayal made his name famous for treason. Question number 13. How did Confederate General Stonewall Jackson earn his nickname, making him a Civil War legend? Is it because he built a stone wall around camp, followed Army rules strictly, or held his ground bravely in battle? He earned his nickname at the First Battle of Bull Run in 1861, when his brigade stood firm like a stone wall against Union attacks. His courage and skill made him one of the most respected generals of the Civil War. Question number 14. The U.S. Capitol's huge dome was built amid the Civil War fighting. How long did it take to finish? Is it 8 years, 11 years, or is it 15 years? The U.S. Capitol's cast iron dome, built between 1855 and 1866, continued through the Civil War because President Lincoln wanted it to stand as a symbol of the nation's unity and perseverance. Question number 15. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address. What was its main purpose? Is it to honor soldiers and unite the nation, end the war, or to free the slaves? At Gettysburg, President Lincoln gave his famous address on the battlefield, honoring fallen soldiers and reminding Americans the war was about freedom and equality. He urged the nation to keep fighting so that a government of the people, by the people, for the people would endure. Question number 16. Founding Father Caesar Rodney made an epic 80-mile ride to sign the Declaration. So why is his image on Delaware's quarter such a mystery? Is it because his face was always covered, couldn't agree on the best image, or is it no portrait existed? Caesar Rodney rode 80 miles overnight to Philadelphia despite cancer, asthma, and harsh weather. His courage made him a respected leader, and because facial disfigurement left no authentic portraits, artists had to imagine his likeness for the coin. Question number 17. Why did the U.S. buy land from Mexico in the Gadsden Purchase of 1854 for $10 million? Is it to build a southern railroad, secure coastline for a Navy base, or is it for gold mining? The U.S. purchased land in what is now southern Arizona and New Mexico to settle border disputes and make room for a southern railroad, completing the country's continental borders. Question number 18. What agency did Lincoln create just before his death, intended to stop counterfeit money? Is it the FBI, the Secret Service, or is it the CIA? Ironically, just before his assassination, President Abraham Lincoln created the Secret Service, not to protect him, but to fight the widespread problem of counterfeit money threatening the U.S. economy. Question number 19. The U.S. colored troops fought in major Civil War battles. What myth did it dispel? Is it the Union always lost, they wouldn't volunteer? Or is it black soldiers weren't brave? The U.S. colored troops, many volunteers, shattered the myth that black soldiers lacked courage or skill. In battles like Fort Wagner and Petersburg, they proved themselves and played a vital role in the Union's victory. Question number 20. How did St. Michael's, Maryland, trick British soldiers during the War of 1812 to protect their town? Is it built a giant wall, put lamps on masts to look taller, or is it hid in haystacks? During the War of 1812, a clever Maryland town fooled British soldiers by dimming homes and raising lanterns in trees, making their cannons overshoot and sparing most of the town. Let's gear up for the last question. Question number 21. After the Civil War, how did the nation aim to rebuild during the 12 years of Reconstruction? Is it expand West United, rebuild the South, and help free people? Or is it create new states? Reconstruction helped rebuild the South, bring states back into the Union, and protect the rights of formerly enslaved people through new schools, restored cities, and landmark laws like the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. Subscribe for more. And don't forget to also like this video.